The past election, it came out that there was some voter
Fraud?
well,
Yeah.
well, they didn't call it fraud, but there was some questions about the voting numbers, and it came up about how the Republican chair and the Democratic chair are the commissioners of the Board of Election, and if there's any conflict of interest in that, and they questioned that. It was in Low HUD, actually. The Journal News actually questioned it.
Well, Damon, I think when you're a political leader, you cannot be a commissioner of election if you're a Democrat or a Republican. It was never like that. And then they started doing these things in New York City and then Westchester County, too. I mean, they're not going to concentrate on being a leader when they have a full-time job as being a commissioner.
Right.
Now, I have a full-time job. People calling me every day, want things to be done in government. So imagine I'm a small party. Now, could you imagine a major party like the Democrats or the Republicans? So I think that, there should be some laws that say that you cannot be a commissioner of election and also a party leader.
Right.
I mean, that's a major, I don't know. What do you think, Priscilla? It's an ethical... It doesn't even look right, even if you're not in politics. You say, wait a minute, the guy's a commissioner and he's also the chairman. I mean, what's going on,
Right. And I know one of the legislators are talking about trying to push a bill in the county legislature so they could separate that. And I think
well, I don't know about that because the majority of your friends, Damon, who are legislators, they voted a couple years ago to get, instead of 2-year appointment for commissioner of election, they made it 4 years now.
Really?
So yes. So now, at least 2 years. You say the guy, he's a bum. He's not doing a good job. He can't be. But now they have 4 years. So by the time you get these guys out, by the time you pass a law, they'll be there another 4 and another 4. And like our friend Reggie Lafayette would say, I'm going to retire pretty soon.
Right. Now, who appoints the commissioners who appoints the commissioners?
Well, there is no law, but if you are the party leader, you recommend to the county executive, because it's funded by the county executive office,
right?
The legislatures actually.
Right.
You recommend that a certain person should be the commissioner. Now, for example, I'm the party leader, and you're one of my guys, Damon Jones, and I say, well, listen, I want Damon Jones to be the commissioner of election because he's in my party. He's going to look for the interest of my party. That's fine.
Right.
But I don't say, well, I'm going to appoint myself, so I'm going to look at the interest of myself.
Right.
That's what these guys are doing.
Right.
And they've been doing this for years.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, nobody's pausing them at all.
Well,
Nobody's
Reggie's
saying
been in
anything.
for what? How long?
Well, listen, I've been in politics as a leader for 16 years. He was already the chair. I would say he's probably 24, 25 years.
So he's getting a good pension.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be.
He's getting a good pension.
His nickname now is Reggie Molino. There used to be a restaurant, Reggie Morelli. Now it's Reggie Molino because he's there, having lunch and dinners every day. That's his job. Him and the other Republican leader there.
Well, and for the record, we did reach out to Reggie, and we invited him numerous times to come on the show to talk about the Democratic Party, to talk about his role. He did schedule one Sunday, and he stood us up. So he has it. He still is an open door policy. He could come on and he could discuss anything he wants to, anything that we're saying he can address. But, we're just going to call it like we see it. And he's still welcome to come on the show. So for people that's listening, think that we're bashing him. No. We just want to make it clear that he had his opportunity, and he did not come on. And we continue to call him to set up a date for him to come on the show so he could explain to himself why 2 terms that the Democrats lost, but the Democrats want to brag that they outnumber 2-1. That they outnumber 2-1. And we want him to explain himself because, the Democratic Party for black people has usually been the party. That's what they say. Black people vote Democrat. But when you don't see your party actually addressing the issues in the communities of color, then we got to question our loyalty to the party. We definitely have to question it. There's good Democrats. They are good Democrats, but if you're not going to address the issues as a party itself, if you're not going to be out front if we can't get help in registering people to vote and going out here and getting young people to take a part of the democratic process, then you know what the hell is being in the party for? You know, well, what the hell is being in the party for? Because I think the more people that will get involved in this process, you know, we can make a change. You know, whether it's Republican or Democrat. You know.
Well, that's why I was going to say, we're not really bashing Reggie. I personally like him. I think he's a nice fellow.
Me too.
I should also mention he's a very debonair fellow. He's the hottest black, dressed commissioner in the state of New York. But, you know, there's also the Republicans the same way. You know, they're doing the same thing, and they're doing it in New York County. They're doing it in Rockland County. They're doing it in every, majority of the counties in the state of New York. So we're not bashing Reggie at all. We're just saying that the system is not fair.
No, it's
not.
That
if you're a leader, you should just, recommend who you want him to look after the interest of that party. That's the whole basis of having a board of election.
Right.
But you can't serve yourself as watching yourself like they're doing if you're a party leader and also one of the commissioners in the administrations.
Right, and we see that. First of all, people should just be outraged that